is News 3 Now at 6.
And thanks for joining us tonight. For the time being, there will be one less option for people looking to get vaccinated against coronavirus. Today, both the CDC and FDA recommend pausing the use of the single-dose Johnson & Johnson shot. They say it's out of an abundance of caution after a handful of rare, potentially dangerous blood clots were reported. We have team coverage tonight, hearing from local health professionals and area vaccinators and their plans moving forward. We begin with Amanda Quintana with the real risks of getting that particular vaccine. Amanda?
Yes, well, if you got Johnson & Johnson, really, there's no reason to worry. It's very likely that this doesn't affect you at all. 6 women out of almost 7 million people who got the Johnson & Johnson vaccine developed these blood clots. But there are still a few reasons why this pause was recommended.
This is proof that our federal agencies are, first of all, monitoring safety. They've identified these cases, and secondly, that they're taking action to...
DHS Deputy Secretary Julie Willems Van Dyke hopes that Wisconsinites see the move to pause Johnson & Johnson shots as proof the procedure is safe, not a reason to avoid a shot. It gives the CDC and FDA time to investigate these 6 cases, all a combination of blood clots and low blood platelets. One case ending in death, another woman hospitalized.
It does seem like a small number, but these are very serious cases.
The disorder is unique, treatment opposite of what you'd normally do for blood clots.
Identified a new illness that a month ago we didn't know existed. And while it's important to fully characterize it, it makes very good sense. It's very appropriate to pause on administering the vaccine to let everyone catch up quickly.
Not only is this reaction new, it's extremely rare. Johnson & Johnson has made up less than 5% of the vaccine doses given out in Wisconsin. Pfizer makes up more than half of the doses given out, and Moderna about 43%. If we look at the numbers, 6 cases of blood clots and the 6.8 million doses given across the U.S., that means if every single person in Wisconsin got the Johnson & Johnson shot, only about 5 would experience a blood clot. About 160,000 people have received a Johnson & Johnson shot in Wisconsin. Based on the number of cases found so far, each person has a 0.0001 or 1 in a million chance of developing a blood clot. But remember, this is still being investigated. There's no proof that the vaccine caused these blood clots. The next few days are for figuring that out. If you got the Johnson & Johnson vaccine and you felt flu-like symptoms, that is normal. Symptoms for these blood clots include severe headache, abdominal pain, leg pain, and shortness of breath in the next 2 to 3 weeks after your shot. So if you have those, call your doctor. Gabriela Becerra is at the Alliant Energy Center, where she's going to talk a little bit about how this pause is affecting the largest vaccine clinic in Dane County.
Well, Amanda, more than 1,000 people were supposed to show up here and get their Johnson & Johnson vaccine this week. But this morning, they were notified they're going to have to wait a little bit longer. A joint recommendation from the FDA and CDC is one Public Health Madison and Dane County takes very seriously.
We want to make sure that we're constantly aligning with them to figure out what is best and safest for our practice here.
That's why the Alliant Energy Center's vaccine inventory dropped from 7,700 doses to 5,500 this morning.
We only had 1,200 doses of J&J here this week. We have about 5,500 doses of Pfizer, so we will continue vaccinating this week at Alliant as planned.
COVID vaccine deputy Tess Ellen says the health department canceled 1,200 appointments for the week. Those people were notified via email.
Those folks will actually be scheduled as our priority list for either Pfizer or Moderna next week.
Public Health used Johnson & Johnson to vaccinate some of the community's harder to reach groups because of the convenient one-and-done shot. Ellen says the pause won't interfere with future mobile clinics.
We'll just schedule a second follow-up appointment to make sure that those second doses are going to where we're giving those first doses.
DHS has been sending Dane County a boost of doses for the past 2 weeks because of help from FEMA. Ellens doesn't know yet how the pause will affect their supply, but anticipates staying busy with Pfizer and Moderna.
Continue to get vaccinated with the vaccines that are not currently paused. We're not expecting J&J to be paused very long.
Yesterday, public health told us they were almost finished vaccinating a backlog of people. Today's news set them back just a little bit, but they say that they're going to continue forward with their plan of vaccinating as many people as possible.
Gabby and Amanda, thank you. Now, most of the vaccine doses UW Health has received have been Pfizer, but healthcare workers plan to pause use of any Johnson & Johnson shots they have on hand. UW Health senior medical director also sharing advice for anyone who's already gotten the shot and may be a bit worried.
I would stress that one, it is a very rare event. So 6 out of 6 million, you can look at those odds and probably find some corollary as to what the likelihoods are. So, but I'd also advise them then that to be monitoring for a new severe headache, a new acute vision change or loss, a new onset, more significant shortness of breath or new onset leg swelling. If any of those things come up, contact your provider.
He also says pausing use of the J&J vaccine means more information is needed, and it's a good sign that ongoing monitoring of vaccines is happening as promised. Unity Point Health Meritor said in a statement that they've only provided Pfizer or Moderna vaccines to their patients so far and will not use Johnson & Johnson until receiving further guidance. They also pointed out while there were a few cases of blood clots, millions have received the J&J vaccine with no serious complications. Now, for those already on the edge about getting a vaccine, there's concern that this news will bring about more hesitation. Madeline O'Neill now live with the message health officials are driving home tonight for those still waiting to get the vaccine and those who've already gotten the Johnson & Johnson shot. Maddie?
Well, this pause isn't news anyone wanted to hear, but health officials say it's a sign that the system is working as it should. Now, the temporary halt of the Johnson & Johnson vaccines, they're calling it their due diligence, giving time to see if there are more blood clot cases out there and to make sure healthcare providers are aware of the symptoms and proper treatment. Bill Ruff in Fitchburg had been hoping to get a Johnson & Johnson vaccine because it's just one shot. He was able to get one in yesterday right before this pause and says while he's had no reaction so far, he'll keep an eye on symptoms for the next couple weeks.
Well, I think you always got to be concerned, and you always got to be concerned about catching the virus. I feel good about it. I was waiting to get the shot. My wife was pushing me to get the shot, and now I got it.
For those who haven't gotten the shot yet, health officials are noting there have been 0 reports of severe adverse outcomes with Pfizer and Moderna vaccines like this, which make up 96% of the shots given in Wisconsin so far. Coming up tonight on News 3 Now at 10, we'll dive more into what this might mean for vaccine hesitancy and why health officials hope people won't see this as a step backwards.
Maddie O'Neill live tonight. Maddie, thank you. Still a very much a developing story. Be sure to stay with News 3 Now and channel3000.com as we learn more vaccination plans moving forward on a national and also a local level. Let's check your first warn forecast now. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
Well, Eric, we've had clouds for much of the day today. Starting to see some breaks in the overcast. A little bit of sunshine starting to work its way on through. There's the live view from the Edgewater Skycam, and you can see some sunshine out to the west. The Platteville Quimby Radio Skycam shows a little more blue in the sky than here in the Madison area. But to the north, there are some light rain and snow showers, mainly moving through the northern and central portions of the state. It's possible we could see a sprinkle or flurry at some point tonight and a sprinkle during the day tomorrow, but right now nothing imminent across southern Wisconsin on high-resolution radar. Low temperatures this morning started out in the 30s. Here in Madison, we dropped to 38 degrees. Janesville was at 39, but temperatures right now are about as warm as they've been all day. 48 in Madison, 50 in Janesville, getting a little bit of sunshine, but farther to the north there is more cloud cover. Temperatures are only in the upper 30s and lower 40s. By tomorrow morning, we'll be down to around freezing or a little bit below here in Madison. Tomorrow, look for variably cloudy skies, a high temperature of 46, so another chilly day. Just a slight chance for a shower, but more sunshines in the forecast for Thursday and Friday, and that should start to warm us up a bit. I'll have more details in weather in a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. Breaking news right now at 6. 3 teachers in the Sun Prairie School District have been given the option to resign following a controversial assignment about slavery. According to documents, the teachers were given the option through separation agreements. They remain on paid leave for the rest of the school year, but will not be employed with the district in the future. Governor Tony Evers has reached a deal with the U.S. Department of Agriculture to preserve more than $70 million a month in federal food benefits that were set to expire at the end of the month. Those benefits were at risk of being lost after the state Supreme Court struck down the governor's emergency order last month. Resignations have been handed in today, 2 days after the controversial police shooting in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota. The officer who pulled the trigger, 26-year-old veteran Kim Potter, along with police chief Tim Gannon, both resigned today. Potter was previously on administrative leave. Authorities say the shooting was a tragic mistake and that the officer pulled her gun instead instead of a taser. But members of Dante Wright's family and advocates say it is the latest example of a broken criminal justice system. The impact of what's happening in Minnesota is felt in our own communities. A woman who helped provide support to Black Lives Matter protesters in Madison last summer is now heading to Minnesota to aid in their efforts to promote social justice. Jamie Perez shares her story.
Fighting for the protection of Black lives has been at the core of Jasmine Brown's cause over the last year.
People will spend the whole day out there and not realize that the only thing they've intake is a bottle of water and a granola bar.
A leader of a local group called Feeding the Youth, Brown is headed to Minnesota tomorrow afternoon to provide food, water, and medical supplies to protesters fighting for justice. Are y'all gonna kill me too? Something she did for Madison protesters last summer.
The Saturday after George Floyd passed, we showed up down here with 20 cases of water and 50 pizzas and a box of medical supplies and a group of ladies that were willing to do safe rides home for people, and that's what we did every day for months.
She put a call out on Facebook asking people to join her caravan and donate what they could.
I have ace wraps and tape and tons of Band-Aids.
Tracy Surprise said she won't be able to go to Minnesota with Brown, but she wanted to donate what she could to show her support for the cause.
We need to do something in this country to correct the inequities and to begin to heal and to really prove that we are committed to racial justice and economic justice, but this has got to stop.
This is all about unity. It's all about working together and being stronger together.
Brown has done this for other events as well, supporting social justice causes in D.C., Milwaukee, and Kenosha, to name a few, hoping to keep the peace while still fighting for equality.
Sometimes we forget what the families want when we are acting in anger, so we're going to do our best to keep the family involved and make sure that their wishes are met.
Her caravan leaves tomorrow and expects to come back Monday. Brown said simply being there gives her an unexplainable gratification.
We're fighting too. We're just fighting in a different way.
For News 3 Now, I'm Jamie Perez.
If you'd like to donate to her supplies that she takes to Minnesota, you can contact her through Facebook. Just search Feeding the Youth. And we also have a link at channel3000.com. New tonight, the Kenosha police officer who shot Jacob Blake last summer has returned to active duty. It was determined that Officer Rustin Shesky acted within the law during the shooting and no charges were filed against him. Officer Shesky has been on administrative leave since last August. More to come on News 3 Now at 6. When we come back, the terrace chairs are being put back out this week and a proposal to turn State Street pedestrian only this summer. Stay with us.
Ooh, how much are these?
2 as low as $59.95.
I'll take them all. I'll mark them up at least 10 times.
I'm sorry, but your card was declined.
Unbeatable selection without the drama. 2 pair plus a free eye exam as low as $59.95.
Isn't it great how swinging through Culver's drive-thru marks the unofficial start to family time? How biting into a hot-off-the-grill Butterburger makes worries melt away? And how a fresh frozen custard concrete mixer puts a smile on your face every time? Here, a meal you didn't have to make is a meal made fresh for you. And being greeted with a smile, even beneath a mask, makes all the difference.
There's a reason we put so much care into our food. That reason is you. Welcome to Delicious.
Wisconsin is a home of workers. We know what needs to get done, and we do it. Yet, we've been hit hard, some harder than others. Our contact may be limited, but we still can lift each other up. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we want you to know we're here to help.
Here at Weedman Lawn Care, we believe that your lawn should be a place where memories are made, a source of pride, relaxation, and fun for the whole family. That's why we proudly offer a child and pet-friendly program, so you can enjoy a healthier, greener, weed-free lawn without sacrificing peace of mind.
Our program offers effective, targeted weed control, and our golf course quality fertilizer creates a beautiful outdoor space. Don't your kids and grandkids deserve a Weedman lawn? Trust the lawn care experts. Trust Weedman.
Only my good side. How was Stanton Optical? Terrible?
It was the best experience. I got a same-day eye exam and just picked up my new glasses.
Cut! We can't use this one either.
Walk-in eye exams without the drama. 2 pair plus a free eye exam as low as $59.95.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Those iconic Sunburst chairs will return to the Memorial Union Terrace tomorrow. For now, access will be limited to current UW-Madison staff, faculty, and students. Unless they're already vaccinated, attendees will have to show proof that they have a recent negative COVID test on file, that through the Safer Badgers app. Masks are required. Tables and chairs must stay in place to maintain physical distancing. You do not need to make a reservation. Downtown Madison businesses are still trying to rebound from a very difficult year, and they're hoping the weekends this summer will help make that happen. On Saturdays and Sundays, there's a proposal to make State Street pedestrian only to allow businesses to move outdoors. This proposal does not have to be approved by the City Council since it's only temporary, only needs to be approved by the city staff. It'll essentially be an expansion of the current streetery program.
So if we close the streets, we gain space for our restaurants to have more cafe eating area. We gain space for our retailers to roll their merchandise out of the stores. And we make the most important thing, which is space for everyone to feel safe and to not be tight quarters or confined. We provide that social distancing that we're all going to need right now.
And if approved, those plans could go into effect as early as next month. Still to come tonight in sports, first week of spring practice. Now in the books for the Badger football team, it appears the injury bug may have bitten. We'll have the latest. But first, chilly day out there today. Gary will let us know how long this cool weather will stick around. That's coming up next.
Tonight on CBS, it's a night of suspense, beginning with NCIS, followed by FBI and FBI Most Wanted. Then get a complete wrap-up of the day's news on News 3 Now at 10.
With so much time at home, I need new furniture.
Right now, during Slumberland's Build Your Room sale, you can revamp any space for only $20, $30, $40 a month. Check out this bedroom set.
Oh, I've got everything I need there.
Okay, how about some options for your living room? Just $20 a month when you spend $1,200 and pay no interest for 5 years.
Love it.
Build your room during our best financing sale of the year.
Well, hello, Slumberland.
The new windows look great.
2-for-1 windows at Feldco really helped transform the house and saved us money.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
I wanted a new TV.
Right now, get 2-for-1 windows at Feldco. Plus, no interest until 2022. What you do with the savings is up to you.
2-for-1 windows ends soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Power Centers of Madison. Visit powercentersofmadison.com.
We've got the power!
It's a fact. We use our internet and TV more than ever, with most of us spending nearly 7 hours a day online. So it's no wonder thousands of families are switching to Spectrum, because most families have up to 8 connected devices, which means they need even more speed. Switch to Spectrum Internet and get the fastest starting speeds for the price. 200 megabits for just $44.99 a month, with a free modem and free security suite included. Call 833-546-4499. When it comes to TV, we're watching more than ever. In fact, 80% of us watch TV every day. Spectrum TV lets you catch all your favorite sports, news, and more live. Plus, download the free Spectrum TV app and watch on your devices. Switch to Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-546-4499. The fact is, Spectrum has the best services at the best price. Switch to Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each with no contracts. We'll even buy out your current contract. Call 833-546-4499.
Well, it was another day socked underneath the clouds, and that kept temperatures down across most of southern Wisconsin. Most areas didn't even hit the 50-degree mark. And 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Look for another chilly night tonight. Temperatures will drop into the lower 30s with some breaks in the clouds. Tomorrow, look for high temperatures only reaching the middle 40s thanks to more clouds that will build up. There'll be a couple of showers, but just a small chance tonight and tomorrow. In between, later on tonight, possibility for a couple of flakes of snow to mix in with the rain. Shouldn't amount to anything. And then as dry weather returns returns for Thursday and Friday. We'll also get some more sunshine, and that will bring temperatures back into the 50s. Live view from the WISC Skycam looking off toward the east, starting to see some breaks in the overcast. Farther east you go, you can see the clouds are a little more dense and widespread than they are at least over the west side of Madison. High resolution radar, nothing really happening across most of southern Wisconsin. Farther to the north, just north of our viewing area, some light snow showers mixed in with a little bit of rain. It's a little more widespread up in the northern part of the state. The low pressure system that's just been sitting and spinning up in northern Minnesota continues to do so, and that's bringing some light precipitation up there where temperatures are a little bit colder. But if we look at in the Pacific Ocean on the weather track, we're starting to see a little more active weather pattern way out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. But between there and the United States, the jet stream kind of flattens out. There's a big dip in the southern branch of the jet stream east of the Hawaiian Islands that'll bring moisture to the southern part of the United States, but the northern part of the country staying relatively quiet because the jet stream is flattened out, and then there's that area of low pressure that's just kind of sitting and spinning in the northern part of the country, just north of us in southern or portions of Canada, northern portions of Minnesota. Eventually that will kind of weaken and just kind of fall apart, and eventually we should start to see some clearing, but the next weather system will follow in behind it. On weather track in the surface weather map, there's a couple of cold fronts, one off to the east, another one coming in from the west. That's just helping to reinforce the cooler air that we have across Wisconsin. You can see behind that second front, temperatures drop off into the 30s compared to the 40s to around 50 degrees east of that front, mainly where there's a little more sunshine. Future track shows the clouds breaking up a little bit tonight. That will allow temperatures to drop off, but there'll also be some areas of clouds and perhaps a light rain or snow shower. Tomorrow, a slight chance for a rain shower during the day. Notice the winds out of the north and northwest, keeping the temperatures cold. Then for tomorrow night, we'll see some breaks in the clouds, and then as we head into Thursday, we'll get a little more sunshine. That should allow temperatures to rebound back at least into the lower 50s. So for tomorrow, another day kind of socked underneath the clouds. There'll be a few breaks in the clouds from time to time, but variably cloudy, high of 46, and just a slight chance for a shower. 7 to 10 day forecast, temperatures back in the lower to middle 50s for Thursday and Friday. Over the weekend, a slight chance for a shower. Most of the time, it'll be dry. That's pretty much the story all the way through next week. We'll see a fair amount of clouds, a little bit of sunshine mixed in, and some rain shower chances, but for most of the time, will be dry.
And coming up in sports, Wisconsin football almost halfway done with spring practice. But Paul Christ is pleased with the Badgers' 7 practices in. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
General Heating and Air Conditioning. Our large fleet of service vehicles are nearby, and our mobile fabrication shops allow us to save you time and money. When your home comfort system needs servicing or replacing, turn to the experts at Carrier and General Heating and Air Conditioning.
How to change the way you pizza. Step 1, grab a delicious Papa Murphy's pizza. Step 2, bake. Step 3, chow down on the deliciousness. Right now, get a large Fiesta chicken pizza. Papa Murphy's.
Get the last roof you'll ever need with steel roofing from Menards. Steel roofing adds a nice, sleek finish to your home while withstanding the worst weather conditions. And with a lifetime warranty, it's the choice of more and more homeowners in the Midwest. Choose from 24 colors in-store or online at Menards.com. All steel roofing is 11% off. Save 11% on everything else. Now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Finding the right ingredients for a healthy lifestyle can be tricky. That's why SSM Health and News 3 Now are here to help.
Our Time for Kids recipe for health experts use online conversations and on-air reports to answer your health questions.
So tell us, what topics would your family like to hear about? What questions do you have?
Use the handy feedback form on our Time for Kids page to share what matters most to your family's health. And together,
let's take time for kids.
Goldman Cars is breaking into spring with huge savings. You can get a 2018 Chevy Cruze starting at $11,995 or $195 per month.
That's right. You can buy a 2018 Chevy Cruze at $11,995 or $195 per month.
Don't miss out on these huge spring deals with over 500 vehicles in stock.
So just hurry in today and ask for my sister, Crystal the Pistol Gobin.
Or my brother, Dealing Donovan Gobin.
You gotta go to Gobin, GobinCars.com.
General Heating and Air Conditioning. Our large fleet of service vehicles are nearby, and our mobile fabrication shops allow us to save you time and money. When your home comfort system needs servicing or replacing, turn to the experts at Carrier and General Heating and Air Conditioning.
Wednesday morning, we'll continue to follow developments after the Johnson & Johnson COVID vaccine distribution is paused. And Josh Sprider is in the 608 with a local yogi sharing easy ways to relax. We'll see you starting at 4:30.
This morning was spring practice number 7 for Wisconsin, and the injury bug has bitten the Badger running backs. Jalen Berger and Julius Davis were both out with leg injuries, so Brady Shipper got the majority of the carries. Good news, though, Noah Burks back at practice for the first time this spring after being in COVID-19 protocols. Other than that, though, head coach Paul Chryst says he's liked what he's seen so far.
Really pleased with, some of our better players doing a good job of taking advantage of this opportunity and finding ways to kind of hone some skills. And I think that all our guys got to understand that what you do now will set you up for the work and in many ways the role that you'll have in the fall.
Speaking of roles, one guy that's been stepping up in the leadership department is Logan Bruss. As an experienced senior right tackle, the offensive line room is his to lead, or as Joe Rudolph likes to say, he's the cowbell of the group. And as far as being the guy on the O-line, well, it was just time for Bruss.
Bruss is more of the quiet type of guy, but when he wants his voice heard and he speaks, he's going to speak. So I think that's where his leadership comes in. A lot of his stuff is leading by example.
Every time you get to your senior year, you kind of feel a responsibility that it's kind of your time to take over the reins. And I just think we got a good group of senior guys.
After working with the Whitewater football program for the past couple of years as a student assistant, Rachel Cooper will be making some history this fall at Perkins Stadium. Kevin Bullis has added her to his coaching staff as a graduate assistant coach, where she'll be working with the linebackers, operations, and recruiting. Coach Cooper is the first female coach in program history. We're 2 days away from Wisconsin Volleyball's NCAA tournament opener as they begin their run to get back to the national championship game. But Tuesday was a good one for the Badgers. The all-region teams were released, and UW was well represented. Dana Retke, Lauren Barnes, Sydney Hilly, Grace Loberg, and Devin Robinson were named all-region. And Retke was tabbed as the Regional Player of the Year for the 2nd season in a row. Not bad, Gary.
No, I wish I had her height, too. Well, tonight we've got some light rain and snow showers up to the north. A few of these may clip parts of southern Wisconsin later on tonight. Should not amount to very much, but right now, nothing imminent, at least around here. In fact, we're even seeing some breaks in the clouds. Temperatures are in the 40s. Madison, 48 degrees. Janesville right now at 50, but notice farther to the north and west, those temperatures dipping into the upper 30s. By morning, we'll be down to around freezing here in Madison. Tomorrow, look for a high of 46 degrees with variably cloudy skies. Maybe a light rain shower during the day, and then temperatures will rebound back into the 50s for Thursday and Friday. Stay in the 50s for next week with some shower chances just about any day, but most of the time it won't be raining.
All right, Gary, thank you. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6. See you back here tonight at 10. Have a great evening.